Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea. Welcome back to a high-level game of StarCraft 2. Today in the bottom right spawning as our red Terran player playing for Team Kaisi Gaming. It is Spirit. And in our top left as the blue Protoss player playing for Alpha X, it is Zoun. Cheeky little game here on Neo-Humanity between these two. So you have a quick scout coming out of Zoun, sees the single gas opener. Spirit known for not scouting initially with his first SCV. I wonder if he's going to be doing it this time around or if he has different plans. It doesn't quite seem to be the case. It's just a single SCV down here. He's trying to deny the block. I love that type of stuff. The dance between the probe and the SCV. SCV tries to block the probe from blocking, and the probe tries to block the SCV from building. Marine being hidden here on the high ground. Tries to go for the probe, but probe escapes. The follow-up is going to be a factory here. So Marine into factory, one of the riskier builds. A build that definitely carries some risk. Unless you build a quick bunker with it. But even then, it can be quite difficult. Because your first two Marines are just delayed by a... or your first two extra Marines are delayed by an 18 seconds or so. So first adapt. If it moves across the map, the Marine is on the low ground. That Marine dies. If the adapt, however, stays at home, because it isn't quite sure what's kicking off, then maybe it survives. Stargate here coming down right now for Zoun. As the tech choice. We're going to have to wait and see what Spirit's plan is. Starting with a swap. And a starport most likely as well. Hellion into starport. The money is here. Oh, Reaper. What? In chess terms, this is now a completely unique game. Huh. Never seen this before. Hellion will pop out here. Ah, shades in. It's going to lose the adept as a result of that. Might be capable of clearing one SCV, but even that is going to be quite close. Yep. Oh! Uses the recall. Needs to be careful, though. No, Spirit will not quite get it. Next two units also are Hellions. It's a Reaper into a tech lab. What is this? What is this build order exactly here, Spirit? Riddle me that. Wait, what? He's gonna swap the starport onto this? Okay, for a second I thought, wait, is he gonna start pumping out Vikings at a high pace? No, it's going to be the... Okay, the starboard goes towards the tech lab. The barracks goes towards the reactor. Then you have a 4 Hellion start. The Reaper here is used to bounce the adepts away for a run by. That is a really cute play, actually. That is really cool. I love this build order. Wow. That is super creative. I haven't seen this in, like... Not as a late Reaper. I've seen this being done with like a gas first Reaper into Hellions, but not like this. Never like this. This completely caught Zoun off guard as well. Yes, the trade, I'm not sure how good it is. Because it's 5 probes versus 4 Hellions and a Reaper. I just think that's quite a bad trade, actually. But the thought here was really good. It was triple adept. There was a battery there as well. So there's... Honestly, Zoun was as ready as you're going to be here as a Protoss player. And he was ready enough. So yeah, he's going to survive. Follow-up is going to be a Banshee. Makes his way across the map already. Does not have Cloak though. I guess because it got scouted or why? Oh, maybe because it was a... Oh, it was a fake? Because he scouted the Phoenix. Or like, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to go for that. Spirit did not see the robotics facility. SCV building the command center is going to get taken out. Nothing really to defend against the Banshee if it makes its way across the map. There's no battery there, no Stalker, so Phoenixes will need to deal with it. It's important that a recall is available. We see 60 energy on this Nexus and about 93 on this one. Just use the Chrono Boost. Next Chrono Boost could also be used over here in the natural. Then all of a sudden there's no recall available. That would be quite painful. Let's take a look at the first person here for Zoun as the Banshee enters the natural and is going to probably kill at least 3 more workers. Oh, Viking perhaps in some trouble as well. Now spots the Banshee. He pulled the probes towards the battery. 3 workers will go down. Is there a battery in the main? No, there isn't. So I think 2 more will fall, but very solid response here out of Zoun. Loses 5 workers total. as Spirit loses 3. But Spirit supply block currently, late 3rd CC, late extra barracks, is forced into a lot of tanks. This is going to be a defensive game here for our Polish Terran player, while the Korean Protoss player can do pretty much whatever the heck he wants right now. There's no real worry for him dying in the next 2 minutes because Stim's not going to be done yet. He throws down a Forge and a Twilight Council. We'll have to wait and see how Spirit is going to respond to all of this. He's going to lose 4 more workers there. Look at the workers lost. Currently 10 workers killed on the side of Spirit, while 8 workers killed by Zoun. Resources lost total heavily favoring Zoun as well. His 3rd is a little bit delayed, but could start throwing some chrono boost on those Nexi to get the probes out a bit faster. Maybe even quickly try to get that 4th base out on two gates. Not quite going to be the case here. Charge slots +1, and I have to wait and see what else he's going to go for. But I think this is a nice start generally for Zoun. Doesn't mean I didn't like Spirit's build order. It just was a build order that carried a bit of risk, and it didn't end up paying off. So also important to note. You can like a build order and it still doesn't work out just of what he was facing in that particular moment. Follow-up is going to be Fast Templar Archives here. Do you go into extra gases in that case? Or do you just stay on low gas, faster 4th base? These are the kind of questions that I often have. It's like, well, you're getting a Templar Archives and you have an army that just requires a lot of gas to function in general. So if you don't get gases 5 and 6 like this, you're gonna get what? Like half an Archon, 1 Archon, barely? I'm not so sure if that's worth it. Phoenix count is also going to continue to rise. Those cost gas, so yeah, single Archon. That's 500 gas you're paying for a single Archon, basically, because, the more Archons you build, the less the cost of the initial Templar Archives matters. But in that first Archon, it still is all tied in. It's going to be a faster 4th base, so delay on these gases for now. It's an interesting call. I don't know if I agree or disagree with it. I'm just not entirely sure what is correct there. It's going to be 9 gateways, if I was counting correctly as well. 3 Vikings, 2 Cyclones will take out 1 Phoenix for free. As this army makes its way across the map. It's not a massive army. It's actually kind of a tiny army. It's the type of army that, if you attack with this into 3-4 tanks, you might actually be in some trouble. Ghosts are already coming out. 4th base on the way as well here for Spirit. And Zoun wants to move across the map, but I'm not so sure if he can do that. 1-1 on the way as well for the Terran player. Marines tried to take this watchtower, but get bested by the Zealots and the Adept that were waiting there for anything of the sort. Zoun seems to be okay with just going back home. Has vision, of course, of his opponent. Sees that there's tanks, sees that there's Marauders, like, meh, perhaps not going to be my party to intrude. I didn't get an invitation, and I'm not really dressed for a party currently either. Oh, he lost his Prism as well. Oh, that also doesn't happen. I'm not sure what he lost the Prism to. I feel like these Vikings and Cyclones might have something to do with it. So another Phoenix or 2 were in some trouble. Scan could have killed 1 more Phoenix. Spirit decided it wasn't worth it. Or maybe didn't have the energy available. Yeah, that seems to be the case. A little bit of supply block here as well. And on this map, I almost feel like that this base can be an orbital rather than a planetary. Spirit does not share that feeling that I have. Let's see, it starts vehicle weapons as well behind this. They're just going into a very passive game. Pretty much Spirit's favorite type of game. The Cyclone starts fighting some Zealots. Meow. Zealot goes down. There's 2 more gases get taken here. Going up to 8 gas at a very high pace. Feels like it's going to be a higher tech army here that Spirit is aiming at. 5th base as well coming down right now. 2 more turrets coming in. I'm actually fairly curious what the plans are for both players. Okay, Zoun reveals his hand. Shows us that he wants to get into double Stargates or triple Stargates with a fleet beacon. And I think Tempest. Spirit throws down a 2nd starport as well as a 2nd armory. And more barracks. So I think Spirit is more thinking of the early stages of the late game. Does get the scan in right now. That might change things. While Zoun is already preparing for the later stages of the late game. And these things can clash. Definitely can clash. So I'm wondering. I'm curious what is going on right now. and what Spirit will do, because he had a perfect scan, saw the double Stargates and the fleet beacon go up over here. It is going to be Tempest indeed. Tectonic destabilizers coming in. Would love to see extra cannons being added. Would love to see a higher worker count here initially. I'm talking 91, 92 workers, expanding fast to this forward 6th base as well, and then just cannoning up. This is a map in general that really lends itself to very passive play to longer games in this matchup. And having a lot of money initially, I think, is always a good way to start it. We see the Terran doing the same thing right now, heavily investing in more and more orbital command centers. There's already 3 out. There's a command center flying over towards, I guess, the left side. Or where? Oh, no, he's taking a detour to go towards the middle. And adding more CCs as well for orbitals, I think. So it's going to go up to, I think, what, 5, 6... 5 orbitals. Did he only have 3 earlier? Is that what I said? Yeah, okay. It's gonna go up to 5 most likely. Oh, it's not a 5. You can't break this anymore at this point. If there's tanks and Ghost and Vikings in position, you're not gonna break that with any Protoss army. Unless you can kind of rotate around to try and attack a 5th base. That's not going to be the case here. Triple Tempest being popped out. These rocks are under attack right now. Bunch of cannons here. Do like that. Bunch of cannons here. I actually think teching into Storm at this point is not bad. Yeah. I was gonna say, Storm at this point is almost a no-brainer because it works so well against Vikings. So, in the scenario where you lose like 6 Templar to EMPs, or at least they lose their energy to EMPs, but you hit 1 Storm on the Vikings, it's still worth it. So, a lot can go wrong for you to storm the Vikings once. And as long as you storm them once, you're okay. Like, it's very little supply with a very high potential payoff. What's that? What just happened here? What got killed? Don't actually know. Viking count is looking good as we have a fusion core on the way. 3 more CCs as well. Yeah. You need to be capable of one-shotting Vikings, and you need an Oracle as well, of course. Without an Oracle, like, fighting Vikings is impossible for Protoss. Here comes the triple drop heading out. This is also why Templar are great at defending outside bases. Now, yeah, this is just going to be forced back. I don't think you actually lose this base, but you lose position a little bit, and that's already frustrating. Here comes a Ghost with a nuke. Can only imagine, right? Yeah, I think I saw a nuke being researched before. Oh, this is ballsy. Is there no observer with this army? There is? Can you pick this up? Can you clear this? No? Probably not. Another drop being sent out. Spirit actually multitasking fairly well here. 13 workers have gone down already. The nuke lands and takes out a couple of cannons. Ghost did get blasted here. I think there was a scan to see if he dealt any damage, which, let's face it, he really didn't. New nuke is on the way. We have the Yamato cannon being researched. The weapon rift research. I didn't know that's what it was called. But it definitely is what it is called. Vehicle weapons, or sorry, vehicle plating. Ship weapons level 2 on the way. Zoun actually on relatively low eco. High cannon count. I think he really needs to get cannons everywhere though. You know, not just in the front, but also a little bit in the back. Need some vision on the sides as well. We have a prism over here. Nuke. Oh, this is a fake nuke. Look at this. Look, he's looking for the nuke. He's looking for the nuke. Where's the nuke? Where's the nuke? Where's the nuke? Hey, where are you, Mr. Nuke? Not here, not here. Not here. Wait, where are you, Mr. Nuke? The nuke was going down here. I love fake nukes. Spirit is actually the only player, the only Terran that I've ever seen do this at a high level. I'm sure there's some guys in gold that also do it. I'm not sure if they do it on purpose, but don't tell me about them. Like, Spirit is actually one of the only players I've seen do it. He sometimes also nukes just dead space. It is crazy, and it's very frustrating because you're extremely afraid. And it can also lull you into a false sense of security, you know? You get a couple of fake nukes in a row, and you start to truly believe that nukes aren't happening anymore. And then boom, all of a sudden you stop checking your bases, and it happens once more. So it's just... it is hell. It is so difficult to deal with. This base is going to fall, as Zoun currently is maxed out, while Spirit is actually preparing, I think, for his battlecruiser transition. He is adding these extra starports, but they don't even have tech labs yet. He has, oh my god, he has like 50 supply free right now. These Vikings moving forward. This is an army that is fairly vulnerable to Vikings. Loses every single Phoenix for free. These zealots start attacking the command center on the right side. Is that an Oracle that died, or what was that? I keep seeing things just dying and missing what it is. It's very frustrating here. Oracle is out still, or maybe this is the next Oracle. Maybe I just saw an Oracle die. That's actually possible. No, it's not going to be battle cruisers for now. Just tanks, marauders, ghost, liberator range, vehicle plating. Every upgrade right now is being researched. Oracle, of course, gets blasted again. Needs to be rebuilt immediately. The Vikings trying to move forward. Stormers in a good position as well. There's lots of zealots though in this spot. Don't like that quite as much. I think Spirit needs to get rid of some workers as well. He has enough orbital commands right now at... what are we at? 8 orbitals that I think going down to 60 workers would be pretty good. All you need is gas mining. Oh, there we go. Once again, a fake nuke. Let's take a look. First person here. Out of Zoun is looking for where it is. Check that rebase. Hey, where are you going down, buddy? Where are you going down? Oh, it's a couple of storms, though. Doesn't seem too worried. Ooh, it's hitting a lot of storms here. Good fights. Resources lost in favor of Zoun by quite a bit, but Spirit is continuing to expand towards the left side. Temp is just so slow at breaking stuff, breaking positions, breaking base, because they're sniping units one by one. Now battlecruisers are coming out as well, and of course we know that Yamato can kill Tempest really quickly. Oh, Stalkers here will take out this base, that's something at least. Could also move on towards this bad boy. I think Spirit might try to ruin that little party though. Yeah, they blink down and that's going to be their the last thing they do, I think. Unless there's a recall available. Oh, at the same time, Zoun moving forward. Couple of storms. No Oracle though. No Oracle makes life so much harder. That's this base under fire. Will survive for now. Can you jump on top of this? No. That's not how it works apparently. I also thought, I was like, yeah, maybe it's possible. But of course not. There's no vision there, so you can't do that. Like the thought anyway. Battlecruisers are going to be spotted. Ooh. One almost dies. But at least reveals what's going on here. BC count is going up to 4, 6 BCs. We have 7 starports. So another nuke is going to move out. This time it is in vision of the stormers. Up. And the ghost dies. No problem at all. I think this army is a little bit too diverse in my opinion. Like too many different units. I think the Zealots don't really add that much. I think the Archons don't add that much. Not sure what they did. Like having a couple of Disruptors is not the end of the world. I think like Colossi and Disruptor and Archons all kind of fulfill the same role in a way. So they're just going to get EMP'd and then deal one shot and that's it. So I'd rather just have like 3-4 Disruptors, Tempest, some Stalkers and then a couple of Stormers around. I think that is the optimal comp at this point. Take a look at the actual unit, the units that are being built. We have 6 BCs out. Where they are, I don't know. Does Spirit know where they are? Hello? Oh, here they go. Being sent around. And we'll get spotted by the Zealot, of course. More and more cannons and batteries. This really is the future here for Zoun. Vehicle plating level 3, as well as ship weapons level 3. Coming out right now. Oh, we have a big fight. Moving in. Vikings being taken out. BCs move forward. Get the blink on. Get the Yamatos off as well. Was this a good fight though for Spirit so far? Seems okay-ish. Here come Disruptor shots. Actually hitting a lot at once. Hitting a lot of units here. No more Tempest remain. These PCs, I mean, are still alive and they dealt some damage. 2k difference in resources lost. We're going to keep an eye on that. Keep 2k in mind for now. Seems like an almost unbeatable army that Spirit is crafting. You know what I don't think would be bad to have? A Raven. I think anti-armor missile is so underrated in these late game scenarios. And Raven is no supply whatsoever. It's such a supply efficient unit. This DT is moving in. It's also being supply efficient. Let's get sniped though. Sensor tower will get taken out. Can we get a blink under this? Can we get a blink under this? No, we can't. We don't have to either. Yamato's almost off of cooldown. Spirit waiting for that moment. Teleportation also almost off of cooldown. So that's going to be double the fun here. New nuke is coming in as a new battlecruiser also gets produced. Yamato's ready once again. I think Spirit wants a bit of a fight right now. Just a small fight, not something huge. Something to say, hey, I picked off 3-4 of your big units. That's it. So we see the scan here. And now Yamato should be coming in. There we go. EMPs, 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 EMPs. No. Vikings chasing. Battlecruisers chasing. DT's taking out this planetary, as a lot of workers actually do end up falling. And here comes the first Yamato. Here comes the second Yamato. And that's it for now. Third and fourth coming out too. Poof, poof. 2 more disruptors go down. Is the BC the ultimate disruptor counter? What if that's what you do? You just snipe disruptors with your BCs and then you run in with Bio and Ghost. It should be fantastic. Like one of these theory-crafted army comps. Oop. DT gets sniped. 4 BCs making their way around the map. There's 5 BCs somewhere else. I just don't know where. I keep losing track of the BCs. Where are you? Oh, they're here? Yeah. 5 BCs over here. 4 towards the right side. So 1 gets sniped at once. Slow response out of Spirit. Loses 1 for free. Yeah, it's not entirely ideal. Still has firm control of this middle area, but it's losing out. Oh, let's take a look at the first-person view here. Out of Zoun. Is he caring about this nuke at all? I'm not so sure if he is. This seems like a scary move to make. Oh, here come the DTs. Does kill a lot of workers. Actually kills a crap ton of workers here. And the gas count, that's what Spirit is struggling with at the moment. Is this Rich Vespine geyser? No, it's empty. These geysers are empty too. So we're working off 1, 2, 3. 3 gases right now. That's it. Spirit is lacking in gas. It does have a massive army though. This army doesn't actually look that strong. I'm surprised how well Zoun is doing this. Like, I know he's very good, but it's just like such a difficult army to control. Spirit's army seems a little bit easier to work with. Up. Planetary gets sniped. That is beautiful. Ooh, Blinking coming out of these bad boys. We have a recall. Can you recall away from Yamatos? Yes, you can. Oh, the cooldown just gets cancelled? Yeah, makes sense, I guess. You didn't really use it. A couple of stalkers go down once again. DT's moving in. We'll see these turrets here. And the rest of the army needs to just blink out, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Nexus gets blasted over here. What's the Tempest count? It's at 7. We have 5 carriers as well. And here comes the air battle, which definitely will go in favor of Spirit. Resources lost, still a 2k difference. Like, the only reason why this money difference is so large is just purely because Zoun has been outmining his opponent. And right now, he's once again faster with the expansions, the side expansion this time around. Tempest helping out. This watchtower actually providing a lot of value there for Zoun. I think one of these BCs will die. Maybe 1 more even could die potentially here. Don't want to blink into this, that's for sure. Don't want to blink into this. Make sure you don't blink into this. There we go. Good blink back. That was a bad fight for Spirit. That's Disruptor still around. Could help out. Carriers here dealing some damage as well. This base now moving over towards the left side, but Zealots or DTs will make work of that bad boy. It's just an orbital, of course, so no planetary to help out. This planetary gets taken out. It doesn't actually matter because it isn't mining gas. Well, it also, actually, minerals also still something that Spirit needs. Spirit needs everything right now. Every tiny resource that he can get his hands on is going to be so important. This Prism has been here the entire game and has done absolutely nothing. Not a huge fan of that. Much prefer if Prisms actually do something. I guess that wasn't really the case here, though. Oh, here come the BCs, taking out the Prism. BCs moving forward, moving forward. Here come the Tempest. They do all have teleports, so can definitely teleport away. Oh! Almost lost 1. Not quite, though. TP towards the left side, where a single Zealot was stopping this orbital from going down. I feel like this BC army isn't quite working out right now for Spirit. His army supply, though, look at this. 181. And the plan to me seems clear. His plan is to get 180 or 200 army supply, win 1 fight, and then just push in. Because Zoun can just remax on gateway units. Gateway units aren't going to cut it against whatever the heck this is. Like, you're gonna need disruptors, but you're also going to need air units of your own to deal with the battlecruisers. Like, you need a very specific army. So if Spirit can win 1 fight, it might be okay. Losing those tanks is a little bit annoying, but he might be capable of actually replacing those with better units. It's very important for Spirit right now that he does not take a bad fight before the big fight. It needs to be 1 big fight, not 2 small fights or 3 small fights. No. one time go, because there's too much bank here for Zoun. Zoun ideally fights a little bit in the middle of the map or very close to cannons. There's no reason for him to be out on the map right now, unless it's close to his opponent's base. Oh my god, this is a huge round here coming out of Spirit. Moving forward, Vikings coming in as well. Interceptor count at 28. Spirit seems to be winning this fight with still 128 army supply in the pocket. Vikings moving forward. Marines kiting in as well. The specialist units from Spirit's army have pretty much disappeared, as 6 carriers are starting right now. This Templar is still alive. If you get one storm of on these Marines, that would be huge here. Oh, Spirit. Oh, poof. That is a lot of supply that just died there for free. 4 Tempest still around. 3 DTs are out as well, still dealing damage. And we have this topside base mining until, well, up until now, with a Templar and a couple of cannons there. So that remains safe. Is there more Templar out on the map? No, that's the only one. Disruptors are popping out. Once these 6 carriers come into play, I think the game pretty much ends. Like, that is why I said Spirit needs to fight once and then go. He needs to just basically go for the production. But that last fight wasn't good enough. It was a fine fight. Resources lost is even right now, but there's just too much cash in the bank for Zoun. Zoun has had too easy of a time expanding to these outside bases, while Spirit has hardly been capable of keeping his own right side base, struggled for a very long time with this base as well, and is now starting to pay the price. I think he has one more fight in him, but it needs to come quick. Half of his army isn't even healed up. Here comes a Templar. Oh, it's actually going to hit a lot of these Marines, and even feedbacks that Ghost as well. Medevac's gonna spend all of their energy healing. No sentry in this army for a Guardian shield, and not even sure if that is quite going to matter. Carriers charging up on interceptors. There's 42 out, 6 more on the way. They're going to be maxed. Battlecruiser teleports in here. This is a good spread out of Spirit, but that Disruptor gets a shot anyway. GG gets called. Zoun wins against the Battlecruiser style of Spirit in a very, very impressive game here. And that, my dear friends, is going to be it for me today. The resources lost in the end. Last fight was like minus 6k for Spirit. That's life. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Bye-bye.